midway through that day, I started feeling a little fatigued and sweaty, and went home. And about midnight that night, I walked into my hallway, and all of a sudden I felt electricity going through my body. Like it felt like I had put my whole body into a socket or something like that. I had a COVID test on the 5th of July, and it came up positive. By the 23rd, it said I was negative. I had my vision problems. I couldn't really see too far in front of me. It wasn't that I had blurry vision completely. It's more of staticky vision. It was weird when I walked. Sometimes I felt shocks through my feet. This went on for about 4 weeks, and then slowly it felt like it was getting better. I started having issues with pressure in my chest. I started feeling like my insides were on fire. I still was carrying on the symptoms. Whatever damage it had done to me, it was there to stay for a while. This continued on, inflammation, tremors. I ended up with vertigo. The vertigo lasted 4 months. It was absolutely horrible. I would walk. I had fallen at one point and knocked myself unconscious. I reached out to a buddy of mine, and he contacted Dr. Boros. And Dr. Boros reached out to me, and the next morning he sent me on a regimen with the ivermectin. I took the ivermectin, I'd like to say at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 7 p.m. I was about 90% better. Second time I took it, about 10 days later, my vertigo left. Going on 9 months, and I can't really say that I need any special treatment. I know there's people out there that have been worse than me, but I owe a lot to Dr. Boros. I know that the ivermectin helped me. It's helped other people. And if I get sick again, I will take this ivermectin and I will be fine.
On April 7th, I was working in my greenhouse and suddenly became very fatigued. So I came into the house and lay down for a while. And that evening, I started getting a really horrible headache, and I started feeling sick all over. He said, "You don't have COVID because you don't have the cough yet." As I went along, I had a really severe cough, chills, and I started getting short of breath. And he still wouldn't give me a COVID test. He said I probably had the flu. I called my other doctor and I told her what was going on. I said, "Something's very wrong with me. I've never been this sick in my life." And I told her all the symptoms, and she said, "I believe you have COVID." By this time, I'm in bed 24/7. One evening in the middle of the night, I started having severe pains in my chest. I was really frightened because I thought I'm having a heart attack. So the next morning I went to the ER. They did an MRI on my abdomen because by that time I was having stomach pain. And they told me that my stomach and intestinal tract was all inflamed from some kind of bad virus. They sent me home, told me to take Rolaids. I was very weak. I had lost 15 pounds. My doctor said, "How about trying IVs with high potency vitamin C and L-glutathione and zinc?" So I did that every week for, I think 2 months. Nothing happened. And by this time I couldn't read. I was having trouble speaking because I couldn't find words. I just wanted to die. I mean, it was so bad. My doctor said, "I've read a study about ivermectin." And I said, "That sounds familiar." And he said, "Well, it's an antiparasitic. Would you want to try it?" And I said, Doctor, I'll try anything. He wrote a prescription for 2 tablets of ivermectin. It was like someone clicked a switch on in my body. I could literally feel it, something changing in me. And even my husband said, you have a little bit of a spark in your eye. And I said, honey, I feel like I actually have a little more energy. As the weeks went on then, I started having more and more energy. I started cleaning my house. I started cooking again, cleaning up the kitchen. I'm doing activities that I did before. I can't tell you how excited I am that this worked for me. You keep searching until you get a doctor that will prescribe this drug to you. I'm going to keep promoting ivermectin and telling everyone about it. And I pray that more and more doctors will open up to try it on their patients, and especially those that have suffered as many months as I did. It could very well save their life, and I believe it will.
We have heard so many stories like that, like the 2 of those. And our doctors have seen so many of their patients have the same kinds of turnarounds after they have suffered for months and then been given a treatment, a protocol involving ivermectin. So tonight you are going to meet 2 doctors,